Welcome to the MYBcast, a podcast devoted to exploring alternatives for self-care through somatic touch therapies of all sorts. We are fascinated with the mind-body connection, and so are the people we talk with. Today, we're continuing our series, Seeds. Seeds is a podcast about a set of somatic touch principles that we call somatic mindfulness. When we integrate these principles in our work, what are we experiencing? What happens for different therapists who embody these principles? What changes in their practice and in their lives? In Seeds, we talk with members of our growing somatic mindfulness community. How are they adapting attuned touch to their work? And how are their clients responding? Seeds is for anyone interested in somatic mindfulness and what it can do for them. What's so beautiful about somatic mindfulness is that it recognizes the student in all of us, exploring, studying, and developing this work that we love. The journey is a rich one, and it allows us to develop ourselves by simply being with our clients.
I'm Madelana Ferrara. I'm here with my co host, Richard Mack. We're both masters of somatic movement therapy and education, as well as teachers of somatic mindfulness. We're co founders of MYB, a successful somatic therapy clinic in Cedar Grove, New Jersey. Today, we're excited to talk with our guest, Kristen Luke, and learn about what somatic mindfulness means to her and how it's impacting her work and her life.
Welcome to the show, Christian. So nice to see you again.
So nice to see you all again as well.
So, Kristen, how did you come to somatic mindfulness? What attracted you? When did you learn about it? And what brought you?
Apparently, I've been doing somatic mindfulness probably all my life, and I didn't realize it. Um, I came across a somatic mindfulness workshop through massage therapy last year, actually.
Mhm.
And it has been life-changing for myself, for my clients, and for my family and friends as well. It's been incredible. It's been an incredible experience.
Well, that sounds very exciting. And I'm really eager to hear more about all of that because those are really all of the things that we want to explore. What's changed for you? What's changed for your clients? And even better, that you are saying that actually changes in your family have occurred. So let's start with what's changed for you.
For me, I'm actually a disabled veteran, and I experienced a ton of pain. And Dr. Fernando and the somatic experience has taught me how to identify differently with pain. I have an entirely different perception of pain now because of him and the body scans that I'm able to do on myself and being more intentional when it comes to listening to my body has also taught me how to teach others to listen to their bodies as well.
Wow. So, first of all, thank you for your service as a veteran.
Thank you.
And you're so young. How young were you when you got involved in the service?
I was in my early 20s because
Wow.
now I'm actually 38 now. So
Wow.
I was in my early 20s then. I did about 12 years in the
Mhm.
service.
Wow.
And it was manual labor and it really took a toll on my body. So in my
So
late 30s, well, mid to late 30s, really throughout the military and after the military, it has affected my life. So somatic massage mindfulness, the therapy and everything has helped me get some of my life back and has helped me go outside and be able to do the things that I wanted to do and has made traveling easier, because before I couldn't travel as much as I wanted to because sitting down for too long was causing me pain. Standing for too long was causing me pain. Driving for too long was causing me pain. But now that I know how to be intentional with identifying the pain and acknowledging the pain and recognizing the pain, it's no longer pain to me. It's more of a sensation that wants to communicate with me.
Mm. Yes, in
Eh,
somatic mindfulness, we call it objective sensory awareness, right?
Yes,
Mm. Did you get into massage? You're a massage therapist, yeah?
I'm a licensed massage therapist.
Did you get
This is
into
my
that?
fifth year.
Okay, so this came after your time in the service.
Correct.
Uh-huh. And you were already dealing with some physical challenges when you started that career?
Absolutely.
Wow. How was that?
Well, I know what it feels like to be in excruciating pain, to not be able to walk, to have to decide on whether you want to go to the bathroom or wait for 25, 30 minutes to not experience that pain. I know what that feels like. And I come across people every day that are experiencing that pain, and I like helping them to see that they don't have to live a life in pain, that there is something that they can do about it when they find the correct pain management tools and techniques that actually work for them, and they can get the quality of their life back.
So this is extraordinary. I just, not to belabor it, but um if you were a client of mine, I would want to know. I would be really interested and curious to know, as a result of your work with somatic mindfulness, what percentage, like to quantify, how did your pain change? Clearly, I understand that your relationship with your pain changed, which is
Mhm.
amazing. But was there an actual reduction in the amount of pain?
So it is sporadic because
Mhm.
it's chronic pain. Um, so sometimes when it rains, sometimes when the pressure is building up in the sky, sometimes there's a storm about to happen. We were supposed to get really bad weather last week, and it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but I did feel it all over my body. My spine tingled. There were aches in my legs. There were aches in my hips. There was aches throughout my back. There was aches in my ankle. Every nerve felt it. And I just laid there and addressed all of it. And then once the storm subsided and my spine tingled, it was like a thank you for listening to me.
Wow. That's wow.
Yeah. I will say that my body definitely appreciates somatic mindfulness a great deal. And I just move through it and I'm patient with it. The pain has not gone entirely away, but it is a better mind over matter, I would say, because when it comes to understanding it, when it comes to listening to it, and when it comes to even communicating back with it, there's been changes. There's been a lot of physical changes because it's like, okay, we have to get up and get moving soon. So what do you need from me? What do I need to do? And I may massage an area, or I may do an exercise, and then the pain will go away enough for me to be able to take care of what I need to take care of.
So I want to actually then modify what I said, not necessarily only that your relationship with your pain changed, but it sounds like your relationship with your body is what really changed or is
Absolutely.
changing.
Because what I realized actually in my last somatic mindfulness class, expansion. The first one was connection. The second is expansion. I do plan on taking all of them. But what I realized was that I was actually rejecting my body because of the pain. I wanted another body. I wanted a new body. I was thinking of surgery. I was thinking of all these other fixes. And so that was actually making it worse because my body felt like it needed to defend itself against me.
Wow, that is serious stuff, Christian. And this is very fascinating because one of our teachers, Dr. Milton Traeger, would say, you can't give somebody something that you don't have yourself. And
Absolutely.
the fact that you are so deeply ingrained in this process, you must be you've got some amazing things coming down the pike for you, girl.
So,
So,
go ahead.
yeah. What, how do you, so you say I've been doing somatic mindfulness my whole life, and coming into this class just gave me a reference and affirmed that for me.
And
So how would
articulation.
you, yeah, how would you describe it? What are the ways that you describe it, not only maybe to yourself, but also maybe to your clients?
Mhm. So when I was 7, my mom would say, push here, press here. I have a spasm right here. I was 7. I didn't know what a spasm was, but I was pushing. I was
Huh.
pressing, and I would get her some relief. I didn't know what I was doing. So throughout my life, I had been working with people using touch. They have always said that a hug from me is an amazing life-changing hug. Their life seemed to change after a hug from me. So touch has always really been in my life, and I'm very big on touch. Once I started massage school, and I was going there, and I was getting massages, and I was giving massages and everything, they would say that it felt like their soul got a massage and not just their body. So going to the somatic mindfulness connection class last year actually helped me to articulate what that means when people say, when they, because I really didn't. I was like, okay, I'm just out here massaging souls. Okay. I'm just out here touching souls. I didn't know. I didn't know how to articulate that until I took the somatic mindfulness connection workshop class last year. And I met you all. So that is when I learned how to really articulate to my clients and to my world around me of what it is that I do.
So what happened in connection for you?
Connection really connected everything for me
Huh.
because in 2019, I had just got out of the military. I was living in Hawaii. I was actually holding like these various healing circles and teaching people how to focus on the healing and healing themselves and not depending on someone else to do it for you. That we can actually eat healthy, we can exercise, we can have a healthier mind and a healthier body and a healthier spiritual outlook on life altogether by just our lifestyle. So I was actually holding these meetings and going through that with people. And I said, I don't know what it is that I'm doing or what it is that I'm called to do. And eventually the world will catch up. I'm just gonna do it anyway. The world will catch up when the world catches up.
Wow.
And we're
And
ready
then I
and we're ready to catch up for sure. Definitely.
And
Definitely.
and so then when I moved from Hawaii and I came to Georgia, because I said Georgia needs me. I don't know what it is about Georgia that needs me, but Georgia needs me. So, or something that I need is here in Georgia. And I came from Hawaii and I was a daycare teacher for a little while. And then COVID hit in 2020 and rocked all of our lives, right?
Mm,
And then I went to massage school and I learned about neural reset therapy. I learned about overwhelming the nervous system.
mm,
And it's amazing because why do we need to overwhelm something to get out of pain or to feel more relaxed or to calm it down? Why can't we just start with calm and soft and love and peace, all the higher vibrations? Why can't we just start with that? And that's my
mm,
personality. So in me coming across somatic massage therapy, moving to Georgia and actually coming across it, it actually ties everything that I've been doing all these years. It ties it all together for me.
mm.
And I've added another layer on to it because currently I'm in school to become a Pilates instructor, and that'll be somatic Pilates.
Oh, interesting. Do you want to say
Because
something about that? What
I
that what
mean,
that is, what that means? Yeah.
I mean, Pilates is actually you're working all the muscles in the back of the body, but when people see you, they see you from the front. So you're actually building behind the scenes to become a bigger and better and more powerful, and more like core strength from the front. And people see you. They don't really know all the work that you're doing, but they see you and you look strong and you look like you feel strong and you look like you've really built something, but you're not doing it from the front where everybody can see. You're doing it from the back.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Interesting.
And you're listening to your body, because in Pilates you have to be very aware of your body. You have to have that proprioception
Mm,
because there's different levels to Pilates, to that experience as well. There's beginner, there's intermediate, there's advanced, and you really have to have that mind body connection. As Joseph Pilates, he also believes in mind body connection. So it's just interesting tying it all together.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, and it does come all together. I mean, it's interesting that Pilates, Traeger approach, structural integration, which is Rolfing, Feldenkrais, the Alexander method, all these methods are really a mind-body connection. And they were really
Absolutely.
the pioneers that just kind of like opened us up on how the human existence really happens. We're a spirit, we're a mind, and we're a body, you know? And
Absolutely.
all three of them come together and make up this entity that we're operating out of right now.
Hmm.
I want to ask you a question about your actual massage practice. Tell me a little bit about the type of massage work that you do, or you were doing before you came into somatics.
I was actually specializing in pain management. It started out as relaxation and helping people to relax and be soft on themselves and nurture themselves. And then it became, okay, let me help you feel a little bit less pain, help and then so that you can get back to your quality of life, so that you can get back to playing with your grandkids, so that you can get back to adventuring and doing what you want to do to enjoy your life, whether that's going out with friends or spending some time in nature, going to the beach. So it came down from pain management. And then it was, like I said, I got into neural reset therapy through one of my massage instructors actually. And at the time in my life, my nervous system was actually quite overwhelmed. And I was working on learning how to soothe it and nurture it and make it feel safe and calm it down. And through that, I was being softer with myself. And at the time, I didn't realize that neural reset therapy was overwhelming the nervous system. I didn't come to that connection. And now here we are in 2025, because that was 2021. Here we are in 2024, 2025, and I'm actually helping people to calm their nervous systems and reset their nervous systems from a nurturing state and not an overwhelming state. And I'm able to do that because I did that on myself. I did that to myself. If I can do that for myself, you can do that for yourself. You don't have to be hard on yourself. You can be soft on yourself. As Dr. Fernando says, your softness is your strength. And so coming across that and it just really incorporating it into my life and integrating it even more, like throughout my world and the people in my world, has been life changing for everyone. And when I approach my clients with that, I just tell them, I say, okay, this is different because usually someone is trying to fix you. Someone is saying something is wrong with you. Someone is saying, hey, let me work on that for you. But I don't want to work on that for you. I don't see anything with you to fix. I don't see anything with you to make better. You're already better because you're here. You exist. And as you are laying here unashamed, I don't have any judgment for you. So we have to learn to not judge ourselves and not expect other people to judge us, because when we walk outside, we're instantly being judged. And then the body feels the need to defend itself. Well, if it's that person that's judging themselves, that's rejecting themselves, then the body wants to defend itself against that person, and everyone else. So it comes down to, how can you feel safe in the world with anyone else if you don't feel safe with you? So I've been teaching people to feel more safe with themselves by understanding their body more, by listening to their body more, by being more accepting of their bodies and not rejecting their bodies, being more accepting of whatever it is now, whether they've been in a car accident and they have scars from that car accident, whether they've had a tumultuous injury and the body remembers that injury because it keeps score, right? So the body remembers that injury and the body may be still defending itself from that. So in teaching them how to recognize and talk through and understand better, I'm teaching them to understand how to feel less pain as well and feel more pleasure.
And I would also add to that that you are doing something special with your language. The language that you use, the fact that you've experienced what you've experienced with pain, you articulate in your description that I'm feeling healing coming across this line, and we're in different parts of the country right now. So you've got a special gift there, very special. So
Mhm.
all right. Well, we're coming to an end of this episode, and we're gonna definitely want to be talking to you more. We want to talk to you a little bit more about some of the people that you've worked with, and we
Mhm.
say that our teachers are our clients, and our those are the teachers that come to us that gives us more as we learn, and we want to learn more about that. Very fascinating conversation, Christian. Thank you. So I'm gonna,
Absolutely.
yeah.
And thank you all for joining us for this episode of Seeds. We hope the stories are inspiring to you. This series has been made possible by our hosts, Richard Mack and Madelana Ferrara, our production team, Mitch Lieber, Fernando Rojas, and me, Madelana, and our guests, whose willingness to share their personal stories is courageous and vital to educating the public and creating change. You're all leaders with heart. Thanks to our sponsors, Mind Your Body and Somatic Mindfulness. Find them both on the web at myb.llc and somaticmindfulness.co. Find any of our guests on the Somatic Mindfulness website. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and join us again for more interesting, compelling, and heartfelt stories.